Right. So yesterday we discussed about the CSS shadow and transition and transforms. And the next concept is animations also we discussed, right? So any doubts on this one? CSS shadows, transition and transforms, then animations. So if not, so we can start the next concept, CSS filters. Okay. So CSS filters. So CSS filters we can apply for images. So there are many filter effects which can be there are many filters which can be used to perform the various visual effects like blur, opacity, etc. on any graphical elements. Okay, so these blur effects, these filters, we can apply only graphical elements like images, okay, or GIF or any so video type of things. Okay, so we can apply these filters in images. Okay, so first one is none. So by default it is a filters is none by default for each and every element. So the next one is the blur. So we can define in pixels. Okay, it applies a blur effect. A larger value will increase the blur on the element. So the default value is 0. Okay, so you will get the clear idea when we see in the example. So the next one is brightness, to increase and decrease the image brightness like our so monitor brightness. Okay, so then contrast, it adjusts the contrast value effects same as the brightness, value affects same as the brightness. So then grayscale, it changes the image into grayscale. Here 0% represents the original image, 100% will make the image completely grayscale. So then drop shadow, how we can add the box shadow and text shadow, like same we can apply drop shadow for images. So then hue rotate, it applies the rotation blurriness. So then invert, okay, it's a black and white related thing. Invert means. So then opacity, okay, to decrease the to decrease the to provide the transparency images. So then we can apply the opacity, sepia and saturate. So we can see these examples. So one by one. So first, so if we want to apply the filters, we have to add the image first. We are closing all these things. Okay, now 57.html. 57.html. Okay, so then dark type. So then HTML. Head. Then title. Title and image filter CSS. Okay, so the next one is body, close body. So then H2. So filter search for image. Okay, so then now, so we have to take the img src. So images slash so bg.jpg. Okay, so then now this is the one. So then we can apply one by one. Desktop. So then HTML images. Yeah, this is fine. This image width equal to 300 pixels. Height auto. Okay. Now first one is, this is the original image. So HTML 56.html, right? Sorry, 57. Okay, this is my image. Okay, so first image, so first I can write each and everything as a class. So then style, clear style. First one is the default one. So by default the filter is none. Okay, by default the filter is none. So the next one is the blur. Okay, so next one is the blur. Blur. Okay, so then filter blur, we have to give the what is the value for this one, what is the value, so from 1 pixel onwards. So first I am giving the 1 pixel. So then class equal to blur. Okay, you can increase this value. So already it is coming some blur effect. So if it is a 0, it is a 0, this is the original one. Okay, now you can see. So this is the blur effect. Okay, still we are able to see that blurriness. Okay, so this is the blur effect for images. So 0 is the minimum value. So if you can increase from 0, so then we can apply the blur effect per image. Okay, so the next one is H4 blur effect. So the next one, so we can apply in one div and close div. Okay, same thing we can copy, so paste it. So what is next effect? So brightness dot brightness, or otherwise we can apply all the filters for one image. So this one is img. Okay, so for img, so then we are applying the that one also not possible. So then brightness, so then filter. Okay, brightness, sorry, brightness. So we can give the value from, so 0% to 100%, right? So now I am giving the 30%. So the next effect is contrast. Next effect is contrast. So for this class is brightness. Okay, so then you can see, so brightness. Okay, so this is the way, so it will appear the brightness. Okay, so this way, so we can increase, if we can increase the brightness to 90%, so complete. So then it is 0% complete, so dark effect. Okay, so then if we can increase this one, if we can increase, so then we can able to see. So 100% is the original image, 100% brightness is the original image. Okay, so this is the way, so this is the brightness effect. So the next one is, so next one is contrast, right? Contrast effect. So then we can apply the class called contrast. So then filter. Okay, filter. So then contrast. So then 10. Okay. So then class is contrast. Okay. So the next one is drop shadow. Drop shadow. Drop shadow. So then filter drop shadow. So then we have to give 10 pixel x-axis and y-axis 10 pixel and comma 10 pixel comma blurriness. Okay, blurriness of that one. Okay, so then you can give the color also. Okay, now we can see these both the things. So contrast and drop shadow effect. See this one. So this is the drop shadow. So this is the contrast effect. Okay, this one. See this one. Okay, so previous one, so what will happen? So previous brightness, what will happen? It is going to the darkness, right? So contrast one. So then this one contrast one. So contrast one, so previous brightness is going to the dark when we decrease the value. So this one it is going to white. Okay, so when we go to the 0, it is completely white. Okay, so when we increase, so this is a original image 100%. So the next one is the drop shadow. What happened? This drop shadow. Then we can give the color. Okay. So same thing. So how we can give the box shadow? Okay. So this is the way we can apply the drop shadow. So there is no inset and outset for this one. Okay. Directly we are having the shadow effect. Okay. Okay. So the next one is after drop shadow, we are having the grayscale and invert. Grayscale and invert. Next one is the grayscale, filter grayscale. So then give the 20%. Okay. So then invert. Just give a second. So we can change here also. What happens? Something is happening here. Yes. Okay. So this is grayscale and grayscale effect. So the next one is the invert. So then here is the class is invert and invert effect. So then here we can write the CSS for invert. Filter invert. So then so 50%. Now you can see this one. So this is the grayscale effect. See the background colors is changing. So when we increase the color, so here 0 is the original image 0%. So then 100% is the gray effect. Okay. So the next one is invert. Next one is invert. See now it is completely dark effect. Okay. So here also, so 0 is the original image. So then if you can increase, so then invert color will have. Okay. See now. So invert means so negative. Our photo frame negative frame is there na. So that type of. Okay. So this is the invert one. So the next one is opacity. Final one is opacity. 100%, and this one is the 50%, and the next one is the opacity. That opacity. So then filter opacity. So then, so this is opacity is 0 to 1. So then we can give the 0.5. So then now here opacity. Okay, same class we are applying. See, so this is the opacity effect. So 0 is the complete white color. Okay, complete white color. So then if we can increase 0.1, so 0.2, so then 9 and 1 is the maximum value. That means original image. Okay, so the next one we are having another two things. What is those things? Sepia and saturate. Sepia and saturate. So both the things we can give in the percentages only. Okay. So then first one is that sepia. So then filter colon sepia. Okay, it's a percentage. So I am giving the 60%. So the next one is saturate sepia and sepia. So the next one is saturate. Saturate, then filter saturate, so then 50%. Where is the class? So then saturate effect. Now you can see this is the sepia. Okay, so this one is the saturate. Okay, so if we can increase the value, so then you can see. Okay, so this way it will apply. So 0 is the minimum value and 100% is the maximum value. Okay, this is the 0 one. So then 100% is the maximum value. Okay, so then this one sepia also set. Okay, so these are the filter effects for graphical elements. Okay, graphical elements. Clear? Closing this one. So here it is. Okay. So if we can apply the flex concept, so it will show one by one. So div display flex. Display flex, flex direction. Or no, it is not coming. Okay, we have to apply another one. No rest. Okay, so these are the filter effects. Okay, so blur effect, brightness, contrast, drop shadow, grayscale, then invert color, then opacity, then sepia and saturate. Okay, so these are the drop shadow effects, sorry, filters effects. So the next one is pagination. Next one is the pagination. So when we can apply this pagination, then what is the pagination? First, suppose in our application we are having the thousands of articles. We are having the thousands of articles. So then we cannot show all the articles in one page. If we can show all the articles in one page, so then our web page will load very slow. Okay. For suppose if you can see this one, vision engineering. It is loading. Yes. So when we go to the resource pages, when we go to the resource page, see now, so in this, so we are having the n number of articles. See now, so if we are displaying only 12 articles in a page, so then still it is loading bit slow. Okay, so if we can load all the articles in one page, so then the web page load in 1 minute. It will take 1 minute or 2 minutes. So then no one can visit our web application. Okay, so for that purpose, so to avoid that issue, so we have to apply the pagination for the article page. Okay, so then whatever the latest posts are having, so those posts we can show in one page. Then next latest 10 articles we can show in the second page. So then next after 10 articles we can show in the third page. So now we are, so how we can design this pagination. Okay, this is called pagination. See now, so when I click on one, so it is now in first page, there is no previous button. Okay, so when I click on second, and I click on second, so then it will load the, okay, yes, so it will load the previous. Okay, now you can see the previous button is showing, then next button is showing, so then current page is highlighting. Okay, so this way how we can design, okay, using CSS. This type of thing is called the pagination. Okay, so then we can create that one. 58.html. We don't require. Okay, so remove. So pagination example. Pagination CSS example. Okay, so the next one, so we have to create a one div. Okay, one div. So what is this having? So these are the links only, right? So when we click on this one, so it is going to the first page. When we click on second page, it is going to the second page. So when we click on this one, so it is going to third page. All right. So these are the buttons. So first and so previous and next button. Okay. So first for that, so we can create the so one UL. Okay. So it's a list of links. All right. So then li. So inside li we are having the anchor tag ahref equal to, so then, so this is the first one, one.html or something, one.html. So then close this one, it's a one. Okay, so the next one, 2.html, 3.html, 4.html. So then it's a button previous. So here it is next. Okay, sorry, this is the previous, so this is the next button. Okay, so then, so this is the one, so this is the two, this is three and four. Okay, so then I am applying, so this one, class equal to pagination. Okay, so for this class equal to pagination a list. Okay, so for this class equal to pagination a list item. So this one, so for anchor tag, class equal to, so then pagination link, page hyphen or link. Okay, So we don't need. So when we applying in dynamic way, that means when we involve into the backend, we no need to write all these links. So for suppose if you are having the 1,000 pages, so then we cannot write all the 1,000 pages. So just we can write in one line. So then we can put it in condition in for loop. So then it is automatically upcoming all the pages. Okay. So then where is the pagination list item? Okay. So this is the one. Okay, now we can apply the CSS. So first one is the pagination, dot pagination. So then we can write the CSS letter. So then this one is pagination list. You can write CSS from inspect element. So then pagination list item. So then dot pagination list item, write CSS. So then page link. Okay, so then page link. So then we can come one by one. So where is this one? 58.html. Okay, so this way we can see this one. So first what we have to do, so we have to remove the underline, right? So for page link, so text declination none, right? So all the underlines remove. So then next one, so for ul list style none. Okay, so that one also remove. So then so we have to display these things one after another, right? So for this one, display flex. Okay, right, it is displaying one after another, right? So then now so we have to give some spacing for this. Okay, for list item we can give the padding to 10 pixel. Okay, so padding 10 pixel. Now so padding 10 pixel is came. So then for list item, so then all the color, so 0 0, right? So black color. Okay. So then font size 18 pixel. Okay. So if we want to increase, we can increase it. So I can put the 24. Okay. Clear. So this is the 24 pixel. So then, right. So then I can apply the CSS. I can copy the CSS from inspect element to here. Okay, right. So link is copied. So the next one is pagination list, padding 10 pixel, padding 10 pixel. So then this one pagination list. So if you want to display the center, justify content center. Where is center? So this is the page center. So if you want to display the right side, so we can display flexion. So now we can display in center. Sorry. So justify content center. Okay. So next classes we can discuss these things, only display flex and these things. Okay. So where we can write how to copy all these things. Display flex. Right. So the next one, any pagination? No, nothing. So then now you can see. Okay. So this way. So for previous and next we have to apply the buttons like this. Okay. We have to apply the buttons like this. Okay, then button style we can apply. So then but padding 10 pixel. Okay, so then background color yellow green. yellow. Okay, we can apply this one. So then border radius 10 pixel and 0 pixel. Okay, so this way it is displaying 15 pixel. So then we can increase the padding 20 pixel. Okay, right. This is the button. So how we can apply this one? So dot arg, then so we can apply this one arg, comma next, comma dot next. Okay, so we can apply these classes to this one. Where is this one? arg. So the last one is the next. Where is class? Where is next? Okay, now we can see. Okay, so this way we can apply. So now the if you want the current, so we have to change the color, right? We have to change the color. So for suppose if we are in second page, so then dynamically through coding, through JavaScript coding, so we can apply the class to this one. Where is this one? So to this one. For suppose second page is current, so then we can apply the color like this. So then next one, so we can add the CSS here. So then here dot current. Okay, so then color equal to red if we are in second page. Now see, so this way we can apply the pagination. Okay, so for suppose if you are having the thousand of pages, we cannot see thousand numbers here. So we can show only for suppose, so if you are having the thousands of pages, so when we click on see here, so for suppose I am in fifth page. See now, so it is showing only current page before two pages and current page after two pages only it is showing. Okay, so it is showing like that. So whenever we are having the 1000 pages or 100 pages, so then we can show the, so before current page we can show two pages, and after, so after current page we can show another two pages, two links. Okay, so this is called the pagination. Okay, so next one is pagination with hover effect and active class. So just now we are discussing the active, that is means current. Okay, so we can put the current or active, both, any of them we can use it. So then hover effect also, so they are saying hover effect also. So then page link comma page link colon hover. When we hover on that link, so we can show the red color. Okay, so this is the way. Clear? Clear? So any doubts on this one? So then fine. So next one is, next topic is tooltip. In HTML, we already seen the tooltip. Okay, so that tooltip we cannot close. So we are having some difficulty when we place a tooltip using the HTML. Okay, so that one, so we cannot close, and also it is overriding the content, overlapping the content. So if you want to close that one, so we have to go to manually that HTML element and we can remove that open attribute. Now using CSS, so we can overcome that one. Okay, So then we can see how we can add the tooltip. A tooltip is often used to specify extra information about something when the user moves the mouse pointer over the element. Okay, so when we are hovering on any element, so if you want to show any extra information, so we can show it. Okay, so that type of things are called the tooltips. Okay, now we can see the tooltip. So this is my HTML code. Okay. Thing is there is no new thing, so just we are having the text only. Okay, okay, so this we are adding the tooltip class over on me, then we can show this tooltip text. We can show the tooltip text. So then first one we can add the CSS for tooltip. We can add the CSS for tooltip. Okay, so then after that, so we can add the tooltip text. Okay, so two classes added. So then here heading is tooltip CSS example. See, this is the one. Okay, tooltip CSS example. So hover over the one. I think it's happening like that. Okay, now you can see. Okay, when we hover on this one, so we have to show this tooltip text. So for